Sierra Roberts. From Oviedo, Florida, number 13, Taylor Farrell. From Harriman, Utah, number 15, Alexis Tavares. And from Spanish Fork, number 22, Sarah Moffi. The Eagles are coached by Danielle Jensen and assisted by Julia Chattel. Welcome to tonight's game. The number 6 Snow College Badgers come to Price, not from Ephraim, to take on the home team, the USUE Eastern Eagles. Starters for Snow: Savannah Tanner will be your libero. Number 4, Chesney Nielsen. Number 8, Cy Collins. Number 10, Stacey Hone. Number 11, Taylor Lafiso. And Autumn Spafford and Marcy Stapley for the Badgers. And for the Eagles, up front, you have Sierra Roberts, Sarah Moffi, Taylor Farrell, Savannah Scott, Mackenzie Carter, Kira Richardson in the back with Alexis Damaris. That is your starters. The Eagles are coached by Danielle Jensen and assisted by Julia Chattel. I'm Lauren Miller, and you're listening and watching this game on the USU Eastern YouTube channel, KOALITV.com as well, and on the Scenic West Athletic Digital Network. And Chesney Nielsen will begin the game. And she serves. And the Eagles score first off the hand of Snow. So the first point goes to the Eagles. Serving is Sierra Roberts, a freshman setter from Las Vegas. And Snow will score after the hit by Richardson from USU Eastern goes out of bounds. The libero, Savannah Tanner, will take it for the Eagles, or for the Badgers, excuse me. And another score, so back-to-back scores for the visiting Snow College Badgers. They previously played earlier this year in Ephraim, and Snow defeated the Eagles 3-0. Here's the serve from Tanner. Richardson, and it looks like a penalty, so over another point, 3-1, Snow leads. And a point to the Eagles. It bounces off of Marcy Stapley out of bounds. With the serve, 3-2, Snow leads. Here's the hit from Nielsen. And a point to tie it up. Carter gets the floater to go. Miscommunication by Snow, and it's 3-3 here in the first set. Serving is Sarah Maffey, the sophomore captain from Spanish Fork, and it is a service error. Hit the net, and it is 4-3. Snow will take back into the game for the Badgers is number 5, Sabrina Radford. She is a sophomore from Nampa, Idaho. We have a full house here on Dig Picnic. Here's Taylor Farrell, and it is out of bounds barely. The referee called it, so it's point to the Badgers. They have a 5-3 lead. And Carter hits it, but too hard, is out. 6-3 is the score. Snow scores 3 in a row right now. And Radford will serve it again. And Lofiso delivers, and Richardson cannot handle it. 7-3, Snow leads. Here's Radford again. Farrell taps it over, and that'll be a score for USU Eastern. 7-4, Snow leads with Alexis Damaris, a sophomore libero from Harriman, will serve. The serve. And out, another error. Too much for the Eagles. And number 2, Shelby Eisen, a Mount Pleasant freshman, will come in and serve. And Lofiso goes out. Not Lofiso, Cy Collins, excuse me. And another point, 9-4. Snow leads. Out of bounds, and the Eagles will get a point and serve. And Tiffany Schwenneman will make a sub in and serve. She is a freshman from Idaho Falls. The serve. Good serve by Schwenneman. Radford gets it over to Bell. And it is good. So 10-5. And it looks like the ref is telling the Snow bench to back off. Marcy Stapley serves for the Badgers. And a mistake there by the Eagles, and it's 11-5 now. Snow is in this one. It was 3-3, but now it's a 8-2 run for the Badgers, and Scott gets it to go, and 6-11. And the libero, Savannah Tanner, comes back in with Mackenzie Carter, a sophomore from Las Vegas, ready to serve. And over to Nielsen. Nielsen delivers, and that's another point, 12-6. A sub in for Snow. Stacy Hone back in the game, and Taylor Lafiso comes back in. Laufiso comes from West Jordan, Utah, number 11. She'll serve with a 6-point lead for her team. Carter over Lafiso to Nielsen as she takes it home to give the Eagles a 7-point deficit, and they'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here in the BDAC on the USU Eastern campus. I'm Lauren Miller with the call here. USU Eastern trails 6-13. The number 6 team, Snow College, will serve LaFiso. Gets it barely over. Mackenzie Carter saves it. Damaris over. And Snow recovers back to USU Eastern, over to Snow. LaFiso sets it up and spikes it home. Is Hone. She went up and got it. 14-6 is the lead here in the first set. Right here on YouTube, KOALITV.com, and the Scenic West Digital Network. LaFiso serves over. Scott hits the net on the hit. Here's the serve again from LaFiso. And nice play by Mafi as she gets it done. 7-15 with Savannah Scott here to serve. LaFiso over to Spafford. Spafford hits over to Eastern, gets it, takes a little step down the line of the net and scores for the Eagles, 15-8. Nice play by the Eagles to recover there from the hit from Spafford to make a play to dribble down the net and score. 15-8, and it's out. Savannah Scott's serve goes out in an error, and it looks like Cy Collins will come back in with Chesney Nielsen serving. And it looks like a penalty on Snow, 9-16, with Sierra Roberts serving. Hone over to Nielsen. Nielsen over. Desmaris gets it over to Richardson. Carter saves it over. What a play. Out of bounds. The Eagles will reach double digits on that one. 16-10. Roberts will go and serve for USU Eastern. Hits it over. And Tanner gets it over. Mafi hits it back to the deep corner. LaFiso to Collins. Collins hits it, and Damaris hits it back. Oh, high ball there. LaFiso delivers, saved by Damaris, the libero for USU Eastern. Collins. Here's Richardson. And it goes over. Farrell gets a score. 11-16. What a play by Taylor Farrell, the sophomore from Oviedo, Florida. Gets the Eagles on the board with that one. Roberts serves. Collins receives. LaFiso over back to Collins. Roberts sets it. Mafi scores and gets it home. Sarah Mafi, the second leading scorer in the conference, gets a score on that one. 16-12, the Eagles have made a comeback. Roberts serves. Collins receives. LaFiso over Eagles. Kira Richardson will get tagged for a penalty. So 17-12, the lead is 5 here in the first set. Here on Dig Pink Night, if you look on the camera, see pink in the crowd. It's to honor those that are affected by cancer. A great event here planned by head coach Danielle Jensen. Savannah Tanner will serve. Over. Richardson, too much mustard on that one. And it'll be 18-12. Snow leads. And Maffey hit it, but back at her was Stapley, and 19-12 is the score. Damaris over to Roberts. Over, but Stapley there to push it over and get another score. The Badgers are in the 20s, and a timeout by the Eagles, 20-12. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the broadcast. The score is 20-12. USU Eastern is behind. They just took their second timeout of the set. They'll have Maffey, Richardson, Damaris, Carter, Farrell, and it looks like Haley Fry is not in. Farrell is in with Roberts. Tanner hits it, over received by Carter. Maffey, nice hit. Laufiso to Collins, and Richardson and Farrell team up to block that one. And Farrell tips it over and gets another one to go. Taylor Farrell, a sophomore from Oviedo, Florida, with the score, 20-13. Sarah Maffey will serve. Damaris hits it over. Tipped over by Laufiso, and that was a penalty, so score goes to USU Eastern. The score is 20-14. This is the final weekend of the regular season for both teams. Looking to get a win. And Farrell with the great defense on that one. Farrell over. Tanner over to Collins. Defended well by Richardson and Farrell. Farrell is not there, but Roberts is there. Over. Tanner receives it for Snow. Laufiso over to Hone. And they thought it was a call, but they keep playing. Collins. And Richardson and Farrell are there for the score. What a night for Taylor Farrell up in the middle block. She is not letting anything go by. 20-15, Snow leads here in the first set. Collins hits it, but then Richardson hits it as well, and it goes up and hits the rafters here in the BDAC. So a score will go to Snow with Sabrina Radford serving. We're still in the first set. Here's the serve from Radford. Carter hits it, and Stapley is right there to get a point, 22-15. Over the net. Roberts sets it up. Hits it over. Radford to Collins. Damaris receives, Roberts to Farrell, and she gets it to go. Serving is Alexis Damaris, the libero for tonight. And that is another score as Tanner is not there, and it is 22-17. Here in the first set, another serve. Over the net, Tanner receives. Radford sets it up. Collins defended by the Eagles, but it's a penalty. So another score, a 4-point lead now for Snow, 22-18. Damaris over. And that is a out-of-bounds hit by Ashlyn Bell. Timeout, Snow with the score, 22-19. They lead. They have lost their lead. And we'll be back right after this. And welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Lauren Miller. USU Eastern trails 19-22 with the visiting Snow College Badgers in the lead. If you're just joining us, there's been a couple runs, and we just came out of a timeout by Snow. Serving for the Eagles is Damaris again. Over the net, received by Tanner, over to Bradford. Hit down by Stapley, saved by the Eagles. Taps it over. Saved by Radford as she goes to the ground. Set by Roberts. Scott, too much mustard on that one. 19-23 now, Snow leads. Here in the first set, Shelby Eisen will serve for Snow. Over the net. Received by Maffey. Set by Roberts. Hit by Carter. It goes to the rafters. Eisen hits it over, but no one's there in time. 24-19 in the first set. This might be time to really push it together for the Eagles to keep this set alive. Set by Roberts. Over the net, and a score, 24-20. As Schwendeman will come in for USU Eastern. She will serve. Over the net. Set by Radford. Low. Stapley over the net. Roberts sets it. Carter hits it over. But the Badgers can't get it to go. And it is 24-21. USU Eastern trailing. They are on kind of not much room for error right now. 1 point for Snow, and the Badgers take the set. Schwendeman over the net. Radford over to Nielsen. Nielsen gets hit and pops it over. And that point will go to Snow, and the set will too. We'll be back right after this. 25-21. Snow takes the first set. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here at the BDAC here in Price. USU Eastern lost the first set, 25-21 to Snow. Leading scorer for the Eagles with 3 kills, Mackenzie Carter. Well, actually, excuse me, Taylor Farrell, Sarah Maffey with 4. Mackenzie Carter with 3. Sierra Roberts with 13 assists. Errors for the Eagles, 11 errors that just really slowed them down. The Eagles had 1 service ace, and the leading scorers for the Badgers, Nielsen, Collins, Hone, each had 2. So it's the errors of USU Eastern that have really held back the scoring for the Eagles and gave it over to Snow. There was 2 ties and 1 lead change, and they'll set it up to go before the set will start. They had 19 digs for Snow, 23 for USU Eastern. The leading dig was Damaris. She had an incredible first set with 8 digs. And it looks like they'll try to get the rosters figured out. And it looks like we'll have the set start on the floor for the Eagles. Starters, Carter, Damaris, Roberts serving, Maffey, Richardson, and Farrell. Collins, Hone, Stapley, Day in for Snow, along with Laofisu. And first point goes to Snow after Maffey hit it, and it was immediately defended by Hone and Stapley. Hit over and out. Score, actually it is 2-0. My mistake on the scoreboard. 2-0, USU Eastern leads. And hits it over. Hone gets it over, received by Damaris. Maffey tips it over, received by Collins. Laofisu sets it over, hit by Day, and the score is 2-1 early in the second set. Serving for Snow is Kylie McCall. She is a sophomore from Henderson, Nevada. Maffey receives, and it doesn't quite get over the net. Roberts said that she probably could have got that one, but it is 2-2 now here inside the BDAC. Over the net, Maffey receives. Roberts sets it up. Carter slams it home. Collins chases it down, keeps it alive. Day hits it and not able to get it over. So 3-2, USU Eastern leads here in the second set. If you just joined us, Snow leads the game 25-21. Maffey gets ready to serve. She serves it over. Received by Snow. McCall tips it over to Bell. Damaris sets it for Richardson. And it is a point for Snow. And the officials will meet and discuss this. It could have gone either way. There was a little bit of confusion. The ref called it for Snow. And they changed their mind, and it will move over the point to Eastern, 4-2. Here's the serve from Maffey. Hits it over. Snow sets it up. And Damaris is not there. Hit by Day. Reaches over. 4-3 as Snow's Shelby Ison comes in, and she will serve for the Badgers. The serve. Hits it, tips it over. Richardson gets it over. And Farrell and Richardson, I couldn't see who got it. It looks like Richardson got it over with the help of Farrell. And Savannah Scott comes back in for the Eagles. Serving is Damaris. 5-3 Eagles lead in the second set. McCall sets it up. And Richardson says, not today. Another serve from Damaris. Tips it over the lower part of the other half. McCall sets it up for Stapley. Stapley hits it over. Maffey recovers. Over for Roberts. McCall sets it for Stapley, and she slams it home. Marcy Stapley from Morgan, Utah, gets the score. 6-4. Badgers trail the Eagles here in the second set. Over. Carter receives. Sets it up by Roberts. Maffey hits it over Spafford and gets it over. Carter does a nifty little move there and scores. 7-4, Eagles lead. As Schwenneman takes over for Richardson, and she'll come in and serve for the Eagles. Here's the serve from Schwenneman. McCall sets it up. Bell hits it over. Roberts passes up an opportunity to set. It gets it over. Roberts. Carter tips it and is hit immediately by Bell in the face, and it drops for a point. So 7-5, Eagles still lead. In for Snow is Taylor Laifuso, who will serve. She has Day, Spafford, McCall, Tanner, and it looks like Ison in the game for Snow. And Damaris and Maffey miscommunicated on that one. That one goes over the press row and into the stands. Laifuso will serve again. The serve. Received by Damaris, set by Roberts. Carter slams it, defended by Snow. Roberts taps it over. Laifuso sets it up and hits it over to Hone. Hone will take it and put it right over the net for a 7-7 tie score in set number 2. Schwenneman. Carter can't get it over the net, but it is a penalty. And Snow is arguing about it. Captain Sarah Maffey is talking with the officials as well. And they change it. And Coach Jensen is not impressed. And the ref will explain to Maffey and the crowd's not happy either. So 8-7, Snow takes a lead. Their first lead of the second set. Maffey defended well by Snow, but that is a penalty on the Eagles. Timeout by Danielle Jensen. 9-7, Snow leads here in the second set. You're watching Eagle Volleyball on the Scenic West Digital Network, YouTube, and KOLITV.com. And we're back here in the BDAC. Snow leads 9-7. Eagles did have a 7-4 lead, but it was erased by Snow College quickly, so Laufiso will serve. Over the net. Damaris barely gets it, and a score actually will be given to Snow. 10-7, Snow leads. Hits it over. Over McCarter. Gets it over. Hone, opposite, out of bounds. And I just caught it in my lap. And Snow gives it to the Eagles. Eagles, Mackenzie Carter will serve. 10-8 is the lead for Snow. Over the net, Hone, or Laufiso sets it up to Spafford. And they will score on an error. Collins is back in with Madison Day serving. Schwendeman over to Roberts. And Scott gets it over with the little blooper. And serving for USU Eastern is Savannah Scott. Score is 11-9. The Eagles and Badgers in a close one here in the second set here at the BDAC. Over. Received by Tanner. Laufiso hits it back to Spafford. Scott delivers it to Carter, but that is short of the net. So it is a 12-9 score for Snow. Savannah Tanner, freshman libero from Gilbert, Arizona. Maffey over the net. Out of bounds. The point goes to the Eagles. And Richardson comes back in. Sierra Roberts, one of the top setters in the country, and servers as well, will get it over. Collins hits it. Roberts receives. Richardson gets it over, but Snow recovers. Carter flops it over. Collins hits it, and Richardson can't get a good position on it. And the score is 13-10. And it looks like Ashlyn Bell and McCall will come back in. McCall will serve. Over. Maffey receives. Roberts sets. Richardson slams it home, but right there is Bell to make sure it doesn't go any further. So Kylie McCall will serve it again for Snow. 14-10 in the second set. Over the net, Maffey bounces it up for Roberts, sets it up. Farrell tips it over, and she gets it to go. She has had a great game for USU Eastern. Taylor Farrell, 14-11 with Maffey serving. Maffey hits it over. McCall sets it up. Collins hits the pole, not over the net, so a score is 12-14. USU Eastern will not let them go on a big run, which is good because that's what kind of killed them in the first set. And McCall sets it up to Stapley and in for a 15-12. Serving is Ison. And bad reception by Damaris. Goes out of bounds, 16-12. Even the officials have a pink whistle tonight for Dig Pink. The crowd has some shirts. And over the net. Received by Maffey. Roberts sets up. Richardson over. Tanner sets it over to Bell. Bell will hit it. Maffey gets it over to Carter. She hits it, and it hits the net right away. Ison will serve again, 17-12. The Badgers take a commanding 5-point lead. Received by Maffey. Roberts. Carter dips it over. Saved by Snow. What a play. Roberts sets it. Farrell over. Bell. And a penalty against the Badgers. So that'll give a point and the ball back. Serving is Alexis Damaris, who played at Salt Lake last year and is on the Eagles this year. Over. Hit by Stapley. Slams it home, 18-13. Here's the serve from Stapley, received by Maffey. Maffey hits it over, but is tapped over by Spafford, and it's 18-13. Snow, timeout by USUE. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here in the BDAC after a timeout from USU Eastern's Danielle Jensen. Serving for the Badgers is Stapley. Over the net and a score, 19-14. Coming in is Schwendeman for Richardson. Here's the serve from Schwendeman. Over the net. McCall sets it up for Bell. Bell over. Maffey receives. And a point goes to the Eagles. Serving again is Schwendeman, 19-15. And a miscap by the Badgers, 16-19. And another point for the Eagles. And a point goes to Snow, 20-17. So serving is Lau Fiso. Roberts sets up for Mafi. Out of play, so 21-17. Serving again is La Ufiso with the score 21-17. Snow looking to keep this one in the second set on their side with momentum. Roberts sets up Carter, and a score for Snow as she touched the pole. Roberts set up. Scott tips it over. Saved by Tanner over. And Madison Day tips it in over 22-17. And it's 24-17. Next point scores. Next point scored by Snow is the set win. And the Eagles keep it alive with the score. Now serving is Carter. Mafi over, saved by Snow. Hit by Carter, but bounced back by Spafford. Mafi tips it over. Set by Laufuso, out by Hone. Damaris receives it. Roberts tips it over. And a score to keep it alive, 19-24. Serving is Carter. Over. Received by Day. Hit by Spafford. Off the hands of Schwedeman. 25-19, the Eagles fall in the second set. We'll be back after this for the third on KOALITV.com, YouTube.com, and the Scenic West Digital Network. And we're back here in the BDAC. The score is 2-0. Snow leads. The Eagles last set lost 25-19. They had 11 errors again, 7 by Snow. Leading scorer so far in the game is Mackenzie Carter with 8 kills. Assess leader is Sierra Roberts. And the digs, Tamaris with 12, Mafi with 8, and Roberts with 8. Leading the way for the Badgers is 11 digs by Tanner, 4 kills by Stapley. She's had a really good game, and 8 assists by Lau Fiso. The Eagles the Badgers will be the next to start us here in the third set. Here is the serve. Roberts sets it up for Farrell. And Mafi goes down really hard. She runs into Farrell, and it looks like they'll check her out. We'll need just the trainer. So we'll be back right after this. And we're back here at the BDAC 0-0, the third set. Sarah Mafi had to be taken off the floor. She hurt her ankle. It looks like, I'm not a doctor, so I won't give a diagnosis, but Brianne Bitter, who had a career game last Saturday against Colorado, is in for her. Number 6 from Syracuse, Utah. Richardson cannot receive it. And Nielsen will serve. Again, 1-0, Snow College. Nielsen is sophomore from Roosevelt, right up the road. Richardson receives, set by Roberts, but she'll pass it over to Tanner. Lau Fiso Hone delivers, and another point, 2-0. Having an injured Mafi is big, as she is the top leader in multiple categories for USU Eastern. Set by Roberts. Carter hits it out, but too hard. And it's 3-0 Snow, and this is not a good start in the third set. Nielsen hits it over. Received by Richards, set by Roberts. Carter, Bitter. Bitter comes up and gets the point. She's coming back from a huge ACL injury earlier this year. has fought her way back into the rotation after dealing with tons and tons of rehab. Roberts served over. Laufisu over to Collins, but a penalty. So the Eagles will have a 2-3 deficit. So Roberts will serve again, the freshman from Las Vegas. Over. And the Badgers couldn't get it, so that ties it up at 3-3. Tomorrow, the Eagles will host CSN on Sophomore Day. They'll honor the sophomores tomorrow after the game. 3-3 in the third. Robert sets it. Tanner receives. Laufiso over to Collins. Out of play. And 4-3, the Eagles take back the lead here on Dig Pink Night. Pink in the crowd and pink in the hair of the Eagles. Collins over, and Richardson and Farrell cannot get it to go. So 5-4 Badgers lead. Or 4-4, excuse me. This is the score. They tied it. Here's Tanner. Over. Damaris receives. Bitter. And Laufiso hits it backwards instead of forward. 5-4. Bitter, a nice little spark. Filling in for the captain, Sarah Maffey. Over. Collins receives. Laufiso sets it up. Collins again hits the net. 6-4. Eagles lead. Bitter will serve again. Received by Nielsen. Set by Laufiso. Hone hits the net again. 7-4. Back-to-back errors by the Badgers. Bitter will serve one more time. If you're just joining us, the Badgers lead 2-0. We're in the third set here in the BDAC. Laufiso over to Collins. Saved by Damaris, but goes out of play and out of bounds. So 7-5. Subs will come in as Bell Anderson and McCall come in for Snow. And here comes McCall. Skits the net. Richardson hits it over. And Richardson taps it over. And that was good for a point. 8-5. Damaris will serve in the third set here. Over the net. No, it hits the net, and that'll be a point. And the ball. So it looks like Eisen will serve. If you're just joining us, Snow leads 2-0 in the sets. Over the net, McCarter receives, set by Roberts. McCarter over again, but responded well by Anderson and Stapley. 8-7, Eagles lead. Over. Roberts gets it over. Stapley. Frey back in. Haley Fry is in the game, and she helps get a score. Fry, a sophomore from Sheridan, Wyoming. And it looks like Sarah Maffey has returned to the BDAC Arena and is ready to come in as the crowd is ecstatic. Schwendeman will serve. 9-7, the Eagles lead in the third. Tanner receives. The call over to Nielsen. Nielsen pops it over. Over from Bitter. Oh, and they can't hold on in their spacing and allow a score by Stapley. And Sarah Maffey enters back in with Bitter going to the bench. Stapley, a freshman from Morgan, Utah. Received by Maffey, set by Roberts, and Carter spiked that one, but spotted well by the Badgers. Damaris, an error, hits the net, and it is tied at 9-9 with Marcy Stapley going to serve. Here's the serve. And a mistake there by the Eagles. And Snow leads 10-9 in the third set. Timeout on the floor. It looks like we have a timeout by the Eagles. And we will be back right after this. And we're back. Served by Snow. Here in the third set. Fry hits it home, but recovered by Eisen. And out of play off the hand of USU Eastern. It is 11-9 now for Snow. Stapley will serve again. Received by Maffey. Roberts set over, and Stapley wasn't there, so 11-10. Mackenzie Carter. She's received Scenic West Athletic Conference Player of the Week last week. Serves it. Nielsen receives. McCall over to Spafford. Autumn Spafford gets it in, and they lead 12-10. As the Badgers will sub, Laufiso and Hone back in the game. Schwendeman in for the Eagles, along with Fry, Damaris, Maffey, Roberts, and Carter. Maffey slams it home off of her bum ankle. She gets it to go. She twisted her ankle at the very beginning, and she's back. And Haley Fry will serve. 12-11, Snow leads in the third set. Fry over, set by Laufiso. Nielsen slams it home and gets the score, 13-11. And Collins will come back in for the Badgers with Chesney Nielsen serving. And over, saved by Roberts, over the net. Hone receives. Hone blasts it in, and Damaris isn't there in time. 14-11, Badgers lead. The Badgers are coached by Jeff Reynolds. The Eagles are coached by Danielle Jensen. Nielsen over. Schreineman over to Roberts. Hits it over, out. And 15-11 is our score here in the BDAC. Tomorrow the Eagles will play CSN at 3 o'clock right here on the digital network and YouTube. Roberts over to Maffey. Received well. Collins for Snow. Saved by Maffey. Roberts over. Tanner gets it now. Nielsen over. Farrell taps it over. Spawned well by Hone. Hone over to Collins. Damaris hits it over. Tanner receives it. Collins. Bounce back by Roberts, and that's a score. 12-15. And serving now is Roberts. And Richardson comes back in, freshman from Henderson. She is one of 3 players from the Las Vegas metro area. Over skirts the net. Mafi gets it as she scores. 15-13. USU Eastern coming back. Roberts waits for the whistle. Serves. Nielsen receives. And Collins hits it hard. Hits the light. Roberts beats it over. And Hone hits it and hits it off the heads of Mafi. It goes out of bounds. 16-13. Snow leads. Tanner will serve. Savannah Tanner. She's doing her routine. Over. Roberts. Farrell gets it in. Nielsen wasn't there, and Farrell gets the score, 16-14. Here comes Mafi to serve. Over. Hone. Roberts. Over to Carter. Carter gets it over. And they can't get it together on the snow side. And so 16-15. Don't count out the Eagles here in the third set. They trail the game 2-0 and trail the set by 1. La Ufiso to Collins. Respond well by the Eagles with Richardson and Farrell. Damaris. Back to Roberts. Farrell hits it. Richardson hits it over then. Roberts to Carter. And they can't get it. Nielsen and Tanner can't get it. And a score ties it up, 16-16. Snow lost their 5-point lead. (16-16). Nielsen receives it. Laufiso to Hone. Tapped over by Carter. And they don't do it. Tanner can't get it. And another score. The Eagles take the lead, forcing the Snow timeout. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the BDAC. USU Eastern has taken a 17-16 lead. Story of the set so far, Sarah Mafi gets hurt, comes back, and her and the Eagles come back from 5-point deficit. And in the third set here, Badgers lead the sets 2-0. But in this set, they trail 17-16. Mafi over. Nielsen recovers over to Laufiso to Hone. And Carter's there to respond and say, no way. 18-16, the Eagles have the lead. Mafi over. Collins receives. Laufiso to Collins again, and right through the hands of Richardson, 17-18. And it looks like Belle Anderson and Kylie McCall, will come back into the game for the Badgers. Over the net. McCall. Anderson hits it. Saved by the Eagles. Richardson Hits it back to Richardson again. She gets over that. Stapley met by Farrell, and Carter and Farrell team up for a 1-2 punch to eliminate that opportunity for the Badgers. So 19-17, Eagles lead, and they are playing super well right now. And we'll have Damaris serve over. And a mistake by Nielsen and Tanner gives the Eagles a 20-17 score in the third. Over the net. Roberts sends it over. Tanner hits it over Anderson. Tamaris over to Carter. Saved by Nielsen. Anderson. Fry hits it back to Snow. Collins. Collins sets it. Anderson. Tamaris gets it. Roberts to Carter. Back to Tanner. Nielsen hits it. Respond. Roberts to Fry. And they can't get it! The Eagles are up by 4. What a turn of events. On the pink night, the crowd going crazy. And the Eagles lead by 4 in the third set. Here's Damaris. Over. Here comes Collins. Responded well. Fry can't get to it because it hits the Raptor beam. But still, the Eagles lead 21-18. And it looks like some Shelby Eisen from Mount Pleasant, just down the road between Snow and USUE Eastern, will serve. Roberts. Damaris. Richardson. Can't get to it is Eisen, and the Eagles have a 4-point lead again, 22-18. And Tiffany Schwendeman will enter the game for Richardson. The Eagles have yet to get a set win over the Badgers this season. Here's Schwendeman over. Nielsen out, and it's a 23-18 score. And a timeout by Snow, and we will be back right after this. And we're back here in the BDAC. The Eagles lead 23-18 in the third set, trying to keep this game alive. They lost the first set 25-21. They lost the second set 25-19. This game, the momentum has shifted. Here's Schwendeman's serve. Over the net, responded by Nielsen. A call to Anderson. Saved by Schwendeman. Over the net. A call to Anderson. Saved by Schwendeman. Set by Roberts. Here comes Carter. And in! 24-18. The Eagles lead. Great defense by the Eagles. And this set has just gone their way. Here's another serve by Schwendeman. Over the net. McCall. Stapley. Responded by Fry, and that will do it in the third set. 25-18. The Eagles take the third set, and the Badgers lose that one. And we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the BDAC as we start set four, Eagles trail 2-1. That was their first set win of the season over the Badgers. Great defensive efforts by Schwendeman, Farrell, Fry, the whole team. You could go down the line. And it looks like an interesting development. It looks like Marcy Stapley, who the Badgers have 5 kills from, and a dig from, who's played very well today, is going to the locker room or to the trainer's table. I can't reveal the extent of her injury, but they'll have to have a sub into the game for the Badgers. Bridget Triplett, we are underway. Scored 0-0, start of the 4th set. Carter over. Bounce back over. Hits it over. Richardson hits the net, and she was an inch or two more. It would have been a big kill there. So into the game is Sabrina Radford for Snow. Snow College comes in this game 22-4, ranked in the top 10 of the National Junior College Athletic Association rankings. Received by Damaris. Roberts to Farrell. Farrell hits it over, and back and forth, volleyball and back and forth within the Snow side. A score will go to USU Eastern. So Sarah Moffey will set up for the serve and over. Collins, Damaris, Roberts sets it. Richardson. Set by Roberts. Moffey taps it over. And Triplett gets it over the net for a 2-1 score now. Score is 2-1 overall. 2-1. Snow leads in the 4th set. Eagles will play CSN tomorrow in the home finale, season finale, before the tournament next weekend. Yet to be determined who and where. Carter gets it to go, and that's a 2-2 tie right now here in the 4th set. With Alexis Damaris, the sophomore libero from Harriman, and Haley Fry will come in to replace Farrell. Over the net. Oh, and Fry met McCall at the net, and it went to the Badgers on that one, 3-2. Triplett from Huntsville, Utah, up in Ogden area. Carter receives. Roberts sets it to Richardson, and Snow makes a mistake, and it's 3-3. Here is Schwendeman. Tiffany Schwendeman will come in. Richardson will go out. Day hits it over, and it's out. Not good positioning. It fell out of bounds right over the net. So 4-3 is the score. Close game. Over the net. Day over to McCall. Save. Spafford's hits it, and Carter can't get there in time. It'll be 4-4. And Stacy Hone comes back in. Spafford and Hone up front with Madison Day. Laufiso serves it. Received by Maffey. Roberts sets to Carter. Carter hits over at Hone, and Spafford are there for the point, and Snow leads 5-4. Maffey, Roberts, Fry. And what a play by Hone for Snow to keep it alive. And Fry is right there, back for the Eastern. Hone hits it, and Amaris can't get there in time. 6-4 Jensen for the Eagles, asking for explanation, but doesn't get one. Over, and hits the net instead, and that will go back to the Eagles to serve. 5-6 is the score. Carter serves. Over. And Hone hits the net and will give the Eagles a point. 6-6 the score. Hits the rafter. Spafford back over. And Roberts to Maffei. And hits the paws of Laufiso and hits it out of bounds. 7-6. Eagles lead. Carter will serve one more time. Carter, over. Laufiso hits it over. Maffei. Snow can't get it, and it's 8-6. Sarah Maffei positioned that ball just right to get it out of the reach of the Badgers. Another serve by Carter. Day hits it. Carter responds. Carter hits it over. Spafford hits it. Maffei hits it off of Hone's hand, and Hone gets the ball out of bounds. So Eagles have an 8-6 lead in the fourth set. If they win this set, we'll go to a fifth set right after this. And another mistake off the hands of Eisen, out of bounds. 10-6. Excuse me, I was wrong on the score previously. It's 10-6, USU Eastern. Eisen, Tanner. Spafford hits it out of bounds. Too powerful. And Jeff Reynolds, the Snow College coach, wants a timeout. His team trails 11-6. USU Eastern with the lead. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the B-Deck. The score is 11-6. USU Eastern leads here in the fourth set. Carter is serving one more time. They've done fairly well with her. Over. And another point as the attack kind of floated out of bounds and not looking so good. Badgers are a really good team, and these errors and mistakes are catching up to them today in this fourth set. Over Carter. Hone responded well by Roberts. Schweineman saves it. Roberts over to Maffei. And she gets a point. Spafford, Day saves it. Roberts, Fry, Damaris gets it. Fry responded back, and Fry gets the point as Snow can't get it in time. 14-6. Carter over. Receives by Day. Day. Carter hits it back. Roberts set it up. Damaris saves it. Back to Carter. Day in, and that will be a point. 7-14. Day serves it. Carter spawn. Roberts sets. Carter taps it over. Damaris got it. Roberts over to Maffey. And Hone is there. 14-8. Madison Day, a sophomore from Rexburg, serves it. Carter. Maffey. Spafford is there, Hone. Roberts saves it. Fry. Back to Schwendeman. Schwendeman pops it over. Received by Day. Collins. Hit by Roberts. Fry. Out beyond the reach of the square. And 14-9. Snow has cut it to 5. Day hits it over. And out of bounds off the hands of Spafford. And it is 15-9. USU Eastern leads by 6. They are trailing this game 2-0 to Snow, and then they responded with a win in the third. Here is Fry over. Day receives it. Maffey's there to tip it in. And we have a 16-9 lead. The lead is 7 again. Fry will serve it again. She's got Schwendeman, Carter, Maffey, Roberts, and Farrell comes back in. Over. Received by Tanner. Hone. Point goes to Snow as that one was in the deep corner. And Fry will go out. She's had a pretty good game today off the bench. Savannah Tanner for Snow. Does her routine to set it up for a serve. Over. Received by Schwendeman. Carter pops it over. Collins. Roberts flips it over 17-10. And I don't know about you, but this momentum is staying with the Eagles, and they're excited. Sierra Roberts, freshman from Vegas, one of the team captains. And she gets an error on that serve, but the Eagles still lead by 6. And Sabrina Radford will come in for Snow, and she'll serve. Hone, Stacey Hone, who's played a really good game today, goes out. It's getting loud here in the BDAC. Maffey over to Maris, to Richardson. Collins. No one's there. Miscue. 17-12. Radford will do it again. Here in the fourth set, Eagles lead 17-12. Maffey receives it. Roberts. Damaris saves it. Collins is there. Carter can't get to it. 17-13. Snow is on a charge right now. Cut the Eagle lead to 4. Over. Out of bounds, and the Eagles will have it to serve with Sarah Maffey. If you just joined us in the third set, Sarah Maffey got hurt and then came out, and the Eagles hung around, and she came in and instantly charged up the crowd and the team. The call to triplet. Maffey to Roberts. Over. The call to Collins. And Roberts can't get to it. It's 18-14. Ison serves it. Roberts. Richardson. And a point goes to the Badgers. Serves it again. Out of bounds. Serving for USU Eastern is the libero, Damaris. Damaris over. The call to Chesney Nielsen. Roberts. And another error will give Snow a point, so 19-16. With Bridget Triplett, middle blocker, will serve. Roberts. Carter. Nielsen. Roberts. Carter tips it over. And a score goes to the Eagles, 20-16. The first one's to 20. And it looks like Schwendeman will bounce in for Richardson. And the Eagles are playing pretty well. They're not playing too high. They're not playing too low. They're playing the right way to keep themselves ahead by 4. Call. Damaris tips it back. Fry. Roberts saves it. Carter. Damaris. Fry tips it back. And a point goes to the Badgers, 20-17. The Eagles lead. Hone and Laufuso comes back in. Spafford, Nielsen, Tanner, Ison with Laufuso serving. Here in the fourth set, coming down to the wire. Here's the serve. Damaris. And Roberts can't get to it. And the lead is cut to 20-18. Damaris. Roberts. Fry. Nielsen. And Roberts is there. It says no. And a point for the Eagles. 21-18. And Mackenzie Carter, who's had a lot of success serving tonight, the reigning Scenic West Athletic Player of the Week. Oh, and stop the ball. All right. The serve. Tanner receives it. Laufuso. Hone. Out of play, and a point goes to the Eagles, up by 4, 22-18. A timeout by Snow. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back inside the BDAC. We have a good one. Fourth set, 22-18, the Eagles lead over number 6, Snow. Ison, receive Ufiso, and the Eagles get one. 23-18, Fry is there, Roberts is there to help, and this energy in the crowd and in the arena is amazing, everybody. Nielsen out of bounds, and 24-18, the Eagles are about to force a 5-set game against Snow if they can take care of business here, up by 6. And the crowd is on their feet. Carter. Laufiso. Out of play, and set goes to USU Eastern. We will go to a 5th set right after this. So we're back here in the BDAC. USU Eastern just forced a fifth set. 2-2. The first team to get ahead to 15 instead of 25. For the Eagles, Roberts, Carter, Damaris, Maffey, Richardson, Farrell, Hone, Spafford, Nielsen, Tanner, Collins, and I can't see the other player for Snow, but they will set up that way. Roberts, Collins. A point goes to Snow to start things off. Here comes Ashlyn Bell into the game. Serving is Kylie McCall for Snow. McCall, Damaris, Roberts, Richardson. Out of play, off the hands of Bell. So 1-1 is the score. You're watching this game on YouTube, USU Eastern's channel, KOLITV.com, and the Cedar Quest Digital Network. Fifth set, Maffey serves. Tanner to McCall. Collins, Roberts. Damaris saves it. Maffey sets it back. McCall. Tanner pops it over. Roberts sets it up. Farrell hits it. Maffey saves it. Roberts. Tanner receives it. McCall. Collins. Off the hands of Maffey. And it's 2-1 Snow. And it looks like Shelby Eisen will be back to serve. Roberts, Richardson taps it over, and a penalty on Snow, so 2-2 with Fry coming in for Farrell. Alexis Damaris will go back to serve. 2-2, fifth set. Oh, and it hits the net first, so it'll be a point to the Badgers. Tanner over. Fry back to Damaris. Eisen over. Bell taps it over. Richardson gets it. Carter hits the net and bounces back. 4-2. Now the score for Snow. Here's a serve by Tanner. Out. And a point to the Eagles. 4-3. Schwenneman coming in for Richardson. And Schwenneman will go back to serve. 4-3 Snow leads in the fifth set. Eagles came back from 2 down to force this fifth set. Over. And Carter is there to answer and score. It's tied 4-4. I honestly don't know where this will go. Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy some Scenic West volleyball. Schwenneman over. Nielsen receives. McCall. Bell. Out of bounds. 5-4 Eagles. Serves over. Nielsen receives. Nielsen. Roberts. Carter. Saved by Snow. And back at it is Roberts. McCall to triplet. Oh, and a mistake by the Eagles gives it a 5-5 game. Hone is in along with La Ufiso. La Ufiso will serve. Maffey. Roberts hits it backwards. 6-5 is the lead for Snow. Another serve for La Ufiso. Roberts. Maffey. Fry. Out. 7-5. USU Eastern is behind now to the Badgers. Badgers wearing orange. Eagles wearing blue. Over. And a service ace goes to Snow as it hit the floor. Timeout by Coach Jensen. Or they'll switch actually because it's 8 points. They'll switch sides. And it'll go to the other side. And we'll be back right after. Well, we'll stay here. They'll switch sides. 8-5 is the lead for Snow. La Ufiso is serving. The serve over. Carter hits a speaker, and they can't get it together. And Snow will give up a point to the Eagles, 8-6. Mackenzie Carter will serve, down 8-6 to the Badgers. Over. La Ufiso, Nielsen. Set. Carter. Nielsen. La Ufiso to Hone. And Maffey is there! A score by Sarah Maffey. 8-7. Don't count the Eagles out just yet. Carter. Over. Triplet. Gets the score. 9-7 now. A sub for Snow as Collins comes in. Fry. Roberts. Carter. Maffey. Schwendeman. Damaris in for USU Eastern. Fry went up for it but couldn't connect for a set from Roberts. So 10-7. Timeout USU Eastern in crunch time right now. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to youtube.com live stream, KOLIT. Sorry, I can't talk on that one. KOLITV.com and Scenic West Digital Network. Fifth set, Snow College leads 10-7. Eagles came back from 2 down to force it. Over. Roberts. Maffey. And Fry isn't there. 11-7, Eagles trail. They need something here. They are falling behind. Over. Roberts. Carter is in, and a point goes to the Eagles, 11-8. Fry will serve. Tanner receives it. And a point goes to the Eagles, 11-9. If these teams should meet next weekend in the region tournament, expect a good one. This one certainly has been. Tanner receives it. La Ufiso. Collins. Saved by Schwendeman. Carter. Mafi. Triplet. Out of bounds, 11-10. Fry will serve again. Trailed by 4, but have came back here. Eagle serve. Tanner receives. Collins. Roberts. And they can't get to it. And it's tied at 11. Timeout, Snow College, as they lost a 4-point lead. This could go any way. If you just join us, Snow led 2-0. And in the third set, the Eagles won. The fourth set, the Eagles won. And we're in a fifth set, 11-11. Snow just lost this 11-4 lead in today's game. It's very exciting. Crowd is on their feet, ready to make some noise. Triplet, Hone, Laufiso, Collins, Nielsen, and Tanner are on the floor. For the Eagles, it is Farrell, Mafi, Roberts, Carter, Fry, and Schwendeman. Over, Tanner, Laufiso, Triplet, over to Collins. Set by Fry. Mafi, Nielsen for Snow. And a point goes to the Eagles. Here comes Fry again. Tanner receives. Laufiso. Collins. And another one! 13-11. Over to Fry. Tanner hits it. Triplet. Mafi hits it. Nielsen gets it to Collins. Out! And the Eagles are 1 point away. Or actually, take that back. It was in. It goes to the Badgers, 13-12. My bad. Triplet. Over. Schwendeman. And out of play, 14-12. One more point. And a timeout is called, and the crowd is on their feet here in the BDAC. Eagles have a 2-point lead. One more point, and they take the game in 5 sets. If you just joined us again, Snow was up 2-0. They are 22-4, ranked 6th in the country. The Eagles coming into this game have coming off a win for Colorado Northwest and an earlier season win against CSI on the road in front of their home crowd with pink decorated over the crowd for Dig Pink Night. Can they do it? Can they pick up another top 10 win this season with the crowd and cheerleaders behind them? Will they do it? 14-12. Roberts will serve. Richardson comes in for Schwendeman. Can the Eagles pull it off? Let's see here. Hits the rafter pole. Collins. And a point will go to Snow. And they will have McCall and Ashlyn Bell in. McCall will serve. 14-13, fifth set. Crowd is on their feet. The serve. McCall. Collins. Out of bounds, and the game is tied at 14-14 in the fifth set. Damaris is in. Carter is in. Farrell's in. Serving again is McCall. Damaris. Carter. And that's a point! 15-14 with Mafi to serve. This game has been over 2 hours, and we're having the time of our life doing it. Mafi. Over. Nilsson. McCall. Saved. Damaris. Carter. Over to Bell. Collins. Hits the pole, and a point will go to Snow. So it's 15-15. In for Snow. Tanner. Eisen. McCall. Nielsen. Spafford. And Bell. Over. And a bounding hit by Farrell off the face of a Badger. And it's a 16-15 with Damaris. And Fry will come in for Farrell. Farrell did her job and will sit down. Damaris. Eisen. Over to Nielsen. Murphy. Roberts. Carter. And we just seen a victory in the BDAC. Your USU Eastern Eagles have defeated the Snow College Badgers 3-2 on Dig Pink night. The number 6 team in the country goes down 17-15 in the fifth set. What a play. What a game. Thank you for joining us here on the Scenic West Athletic Conference Network YouTube at KOALITV.com. Thank you for joining us. Eagles win. Eagles win.